in our community and in our country, sometimes it's easier not to listen. But charitable listening is an act of generosity, a sign of respect.
Just listen.
When we listen actively, we surrender our own assumptions and notions to make space for the ideas of another. In times of turmoil,
just listen.
Listening is the only way forward. Thank you for listening to KBLA Talk 1580. Talk 1580. Talk 1580. Talk 1580.
Listen.
I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions have an echo in so much space.
Did you play this because we were talking about Kanye? I hope not.
And when you're out there without care, yeah, I was out of touch. But it wasn't because I didn't know enough. I just knew too much.
Barkley, Crazy, Danny Morrison Show, KBLA Talk 1580, 2000. Woo. 8. Ooh, lower. Ooh, 6. Oh, wow.
5?
6.
6. Oh.
I was a little off on it. Like it was 10 years, like I was with Jagged Edge last night. Lord have mercy. I can't believe I was that far off.
Literally 10 years.
10 years. Woo. But let's jump right into the Raw Report. Let's go. Come on.
You ready?
Come on. It's the Queen of Royal Badness.
It's time for the Raw Report with Robin Ayers.
Highlighting people and things you should know about.
From entrepreneurs and entertainers to money and meditation.
Robin's got you covered.
Get out of here.
Follow Robin at Robin Ayers. You're listening to the Raw Report on the Danny Morrison Show on KBLA Talk 1580. Robin's got a lot to talk about.
Now, I know we had a stretch of time where we were talking about pastors and pastors saying some crazy things, pastors being like real kind of foul in church and saying some real interesting things. We went on a stretch there, Danny, if you remember. It was like
2-3 weeks.
Yeah, it was like a 2-3 week period where people were sending us clips of things that pastors were saying. Well, listen, I don't know if it's about to start back up or not, but I have a
We haven't done a black church show in a while. You're going to make us want to do one.
Maybe. This is actually a pretty interesting topic that we can open up at some point. But this is some very relaxing music, Andy.
Man, what we doing?
You know why this is appropriate, though?
Why?
Because Pastor Jamal Bryant says that he wants to start selling weed at church.
Oh, this is a good topic.
And this is very interesting. Let me hear it in his own words why he says it would be a great idea. Let's let him tell you on his own. Oh.
That is not coming through.
Yeah, let's see if I can get this. All right, let me try to find it.
See, the Lord is already blocking the. The Lord is already blocking the audio.
Lord Jesus, yeah. Okay, so basically, I'll come back around to that. Okay. He says that basically his church is the and I don't want to put words in his mouth. And again, we'll find it. His church is the largest land owning, I think, black church, like land owning church in America.
In the country?
This is what he says. If I'm not mistaken, this is what he says.
What state is that?
Where is that? Is that in Atlanta?
Gotta be the South.
It might be in Atlanta.
To make that proclamation, that's got to be the South.
Well, you know, he also had his ex-wife or current wife. They have a very interesting thing. His wife, Giselle Bryant, is on like the Real Husbands of Potomac or something. I don't even know where Potomac is, but I think that they had like a long distance type of thing going on, and maybe he was in Atlanta. So maybe his church is out there. He basically says that it'll bring black men to the church.
You got that right.
It will basically get them off of the streets, teach them farming, teach them entrepreneurship, like all of that stuff and more.
All true.
Okay, but You're saying that it's all true. Okay, that could be factual, but why is this the conversation that a pastor can start talking about selling weed, farming your own cannabis and selling weed at church?
I'm not saying I condone it. I'm saying what he's saying is true.
It is true. He has some good points there. What are your thoughts about that just in general? What if he said, you know what, we're going to pick up on this and we're going to, and now that it's becoming legal in all of these different states, I'm sure at some point in the next couple years that the entire country will probably have made it legal. What if he starts a whole new business model? Would you be okay with that?
He needs to step down from the pulpit. And the reason he has to step down from the pulpit is because churches are tax exempt. So you can't take a privatized business and sell cannabis and also have a church. You can't blend the two because they're going to think that he's in there laundering money through that church or something.
Well, that's a good point.
I say you just got to make a decision. It looks like he wants to be an entrepreneur of some sort. By the way, go on, do you, boo. You got all that land. You can do whatever you want. But is the land under the church's name or under his name? If it's under the church's name, it's just not going to happen.
Isn't there a thing where churches, even if it's the umbrella, if you will, have different for-profit businesses, or can it not be? Can you not mix the two? Does it all have to be?
The pastors that I know that have their own businesses outside of being a pastor are usually general contractors.
Okay.
And never the twain shall meet. You know, they do that business on their own. Then Sunday, it's a different deal.
Okay.
There are some that, you know, try to make the assumption a lot of these cats are funding their business through the church money. I mean, I can't make that determination on whether or not anybody's doing that, but I'm pretty sure someone is.
That's the gulliest thing. Okay, I found another version of this video. Let me see if it'll play now. Hopefully, because I really want to hear. I want you to hear what he has to say about it.
No.
It is still. Oh, you know what it is. I know what it is.
The Lord don't want us to hear. That's exactly what it is.
No, Andy.
You're not even plugged in.
I know. Okay. Here it is.
Excuse me, y'all. I had burritos.
Here it goes.
Let's go.
So let's listen to him now. Goodness, why didn't you tell me that?
New Birth is the largest land-owning black church in America. Wow. And so my position to my deacons is, why aren't we not raising cannabis? I'll be able to bring in black males. They're able to do it legally. I'm teaching them farming.
Oh my God.
I'm helping them to enhance the ecosystem. This is the kind of conversation. So if the guy, black boy in Bankhead said, they growing weed at the church?
Why are they playing that music with that?
Where do I join?
Why are they playing
I don't need no pamphlet for him.
Why are they playing loonies with that?
That's actually really funny. But does he have a point
His
there?
wordplay was different than what you said, though. He said, we are the largest land-owning black church in America. That's different than we own more land than any black church in America, which is
the largest land owning. So meaning that their church is on the land that they own. Like, I think the largest piece of land that the church owns, they're the largest.
Let's say that he kept all of the profits within the church. Let's say that he implemented new programs that benefited the young people in that neighborhood within like a 2-3 mile radius. Let's say he hired staff that were going to tutor these boys and teach them about the ways of life. Paid them a salary. Keep it non-profit. It could work. There's only one problem, though.
Okay.
I've been told since I was a kid that you are not supposed to take any drug that alters your body in any way, shape, or form. You ain't supposed to drink. You ain't supposed to smoke. You ain't even supposed to eat pork. So you mean to tell me my pastor is telling me that we can sell a drug that alters your state of mind? Is that what you tell? Is Jesus down with that?
That in and of itself is something that we could kind of get into.
I'm just,
now that it's legal and they're letting a lot of people out of jail for this for minor offenses. I get it. Some people don't look at weed, cannabis as a drug because it's from the earth. It is not and it's not been what's the word, like sort of manipulated or concocted as another drug, right? It's just straight from the earth, and then it does, you can't deny that it has all these benefits to it, because otherwise
there wouldn't be such a thing as medicinal marijuana.
Exactly. So
I'm just saying from a Jesus perspective, Miss Robert. Don't make me call my mama and get on this phone.
What would you where does if Jesus drank wine that has been altered, wine has been altered to become wine. If Jesus himself said, let me give y'all some of this.
Well, the church is an excuse for that as well. They say you can drink wine, but you can never become intoxicated. Therefore, you're not sinning if you're sipping on wine. But if you become intoxicated, that's when you're sinning. I'm like,
but is that
so we grading on the curve when it comes to drinking in the Bible?
Why not? Everybody wants to pinpoint certain things from the Bible. Let's dig into it. I don't know. I'm not saying one is right or wrong. It's just, it's a conversation. My thing is more so that do you look at Pastor Jamal as saying, you know what, that's wrong? That's wrong the way that you're looking at it, because is that the way that you amp up the numbers in your church to get black men to your church and sign up and become a member? Because you're trying to use weed. The one thing is sort of like the prejudice of saying, like all these stereotypes. Black people love chicken. Black people love watermelon. Just put a whole, pan of fried chicken in front of the black people. They'll come. It's sort of like that.
By the way, we will, by the way.
Okay, well, I won't come because I don't eat chicken. But what? But is that a negative thing, or is he actually speaking facts? That's sort of.
I think it's just the further downward spiral of the black church. The numbers are dwindling. And if there's anybody that presides over a church that is listening right now, I've been warning the black church for 10, 15 years. I said the congregation is getting older and older, and it seems as though y'all getting more and more judgmental by the day. Young people are not going to walk in here. I'm not asking you to conform to what they're telling you is not sin and is sin. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying that. The Bible has been the same since the beginning of time, as my mother says all the time. But you got to change in some way. They're so firm in their stance and their belief systems. You got to evolve in some way, or the black church goes away in 25 years.
Oh, that's a scary thought.
That's real talk.
That's a scary thought.
It's real. Go to any prominent black church in America. The average age up in there, in the 40s.
Yeah. No, that's true. They are creating some new like flavor. They're bringing flavor. I mean, you see all these different churches popping up. These very youthful pastors are youthful. They've got their sort of constituents who are also youthful. They're bringing in like younger people because it's a different vibe. And I think that they understand that in order to bring this younger group of guys or just the youth in, you have to do something different. And it's all about vibe. It's all about vibe with this new generation. So I think they are kind of getting the hang of that. And that's kind of, the new way of church, I believe.
Is that going to work, Rob? You and I know this new generation. We know this new black generation specifically. I don't care what the vibe is. You gonna get these kids back in the church? Yeah,
well, because here's the deal. It's sort of like what Pastor Jamal Bryant said. You get them in the church by whatever way that you need to. I don't care if it's the vibe. I don't care if it's because we have a whole production thing, and all these kids love production. The word of God is still the word of God. That's not going to change. Right. So if you're preaching the word of God, then that's all we really need. We need to get a hold of you from the word, so I feel like this: get them in the building to hear. For all those under my voice basically can hear the word of God and let God's word do what it's supposed to do and grab the hearts of the youth and so on and so forth.
Why does it have to be drugs? How about music?
Listen, I get it. I agree. But listen, is he speaking facts? Because someone will come up with that idea. Whether you like it or not, someone will come up with that idea. And if he was the one to start it, then, people can look, then in 15, 25 years from now, everybody's going to be doing it. And then it's like, he'll be the one credited with, being the innovator of saying like, listen, this is the new model. You know, I'm not saying that it's right. It's a strange idea, but you know, hey, what do you say about it?
To your point, I'm contradicting myself right now because I'm saying come up with new innovative ideas to get young people into the building.
Yeah.
Jamal Bryant says, hey, I got an idea, and I say, I don't like that idea.
Yeah.
Can't have it both ways.
Yeah.
He's trying. I don't think it's the right one, but at least he's trying. And I appreciate him for that.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens with it. If his church, if you drive by and the church is smelling kind of interesting, then you know that he went ahead and started that idea.
I got 5 horns. So can I take my 5 out of the offering plate and get some weed with it?
That's a good one. That's funny.
Y'all got change for a 20.
When we come forward, I'm going to talk a little bit about this business news. I mean, my goodness, there's some big companies that are trying to make some changes, and another one that's being sued right now. So we'll talk about that when we come forward. You are listening to KBLA Talk 1580. Stay right there.
From Bakersfield to Los Angeles.
From middays to nighttime.
Like George and Wheezy, Danny Morrison is moving on up at KBLA Talk 1580.
Congratulations to Trinity Unlimited Childcare for being KBLA Talk 1580's Office of the Week. Enter your business today in the KBLA app or KBLA1580.com for the Office of the Week. Congratulations to Trinity Unlimited Childcare.
This winter, spread joy, not germs. As soon as you feel symptoms, test it, treat it. You can beat it. COVID medications like the Paxlovid pill can help you test negative sooner. Call a healthcare provider or the statewide COVID hotline at 833-422-4255 to find treatment today. Again, that's 833-422-4255. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 85% water, right?
85% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Ooh, pass me the intercom thingy.
Attention shoppers. If you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Don't pay for water. Pay for clean. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods.
Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
KBLA Talk 1580, putting the spotlight on culture and community. The Rodney King Foundation works in the community to promote positive race relations and achieve social justice. The foundation provides advocacy, educational scholarships, and the powerful Walk in Love initiative. The Rodney King Foundation seeks a world of hope, tolerance, and social justice, where divisiveness has been overcome and all people live together peacefully and harmoniously. Executive Director, Founder Laura King is striving to enhance the community's self-esteem, health, social services, and social justice locally and worldwide. The foundation is dedicated to continuing the message of Laura's father, the great Rodney King, to promote peace and hashtag get along. For more information, please visit rodneyking.org or call 626-541-2907. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA Talk 1580.
The thrill of victory. The thrill of victory. Thrill of victory.
KBLA Talk 1580 wishes to congratulate Mayor-elect Karen Bass on her historic win as the first woman and only second African-American to serve as Chief Executive of the City of Los Angeles.
Congratulations, Mayor-elect Bass, and welcome back to Unapologetically Progressive KBLA Talk 1580.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for having me on the show, and this is my very first interview, and I am proud that it's here.
We are proud to have you here. What do you want to say to the listeners of KBLA Talk 1580?
I want to say thank you from just, I'm just full of the love that I felt every place I went in the community. And I just want the listeners to know that I promise you I won't disappoint you. I will be accessible. I will never forget where I'm from, and understand that is my primary motivation.
Congratulations, Mayor-elect Karen Bass, holding all leaders accountable to you.
No matter who you voted for, no matter who you are or where you live, I will be a mayor for you.
We're KBLA Talk 1580. Talk 1580. Talk 1580. And we don't black down. We've got a lot to talk about. Real talk. real time, the gospel truth. You're listening to the Danny Morrison Show on KBLA Talk 1580.
Smack time besides the Raw Report, blazing it up again.
Listen, I used to have a friend. Now, don't judge me, all right? Don't nobody judge me. But
what kind
this
of friend?
is a long time. And first of all, it was a very long time ago.
Homie lover friend?
No.
Andy.
Why do you always got to turn something?
Andy, was that a homie lover friend? You didn't give me. Come on, you laid on the button, man. What's going on? Come on, man.
No, Andy, don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. I used to have a home girl years ago, very, 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 very young. Okay, very young we were, and she used to boost. Like, she used to just walk into a store, grab what she could, and just bounce. Just get in the car and bounce, because, like, who was going to stop her, right?
They can't touch you legally.
Yeah, no one's going to stop her. I mean, so this was back in the day. And so people are still making those moves right now. And apparently, according to the CEO of Walmart, they're saying, listen, if y'all keep doing this, we're going to shut down our stores. Now, Walmart is the biggest retailer, brick and mortar, right?
Yeah.
Basically ever. And it's crazy because Walmart basically came onto the scenes, in the 90s or?
Sounds about right.
Come on, Mr. Trivia.
Yeah, that sounds about right, though.
Yeah.
I don't recall them being there in the 80s because I'm a Kmart kid. So
Yes. So Walmart kind of came in, and it's like the brick and mortar of like Amazon, right? It's sort of like the Amazon of brick and mortar stores. But Walmart is huge, but people go in there and they just grab things, and it's not funny, but they grab things and they just take off and leave because no one's going to stop them. You take it, you grab it, you leave, you go sell it, you do whatever it is that you do, but they're threatening to close their stores. So I can't imagine that. I think that obviously that would be a huge competition between Walmart and Amazon, because Walmart, I mean, what do you get from there that you can't get from Amazon? Because Amazon now has groceries and all of that too.
I just hate going into Walmart.
So do I.
I mean,
so do I.
So just.
What's the word, Danny?
It's a cluster F, and I don't cuss.
Okay.
Every time you walk in there, it's like, oh my God. Now I get it. They are the cheapest prices around.
They are.
But of course, they have the most buying power of anybody around. So of course, they're going to have the cheapest prices. But you got to go inside that freak. It's a warehouse, basically.
Yeah.
And it is, and no disrespect, I'm not trying to say I'm better than anybody else. A lot of the time, a lot of the people that you see at Walmart, especially at the time that I go, because I'm usually late night, a little bit shaky. That's all I'm saying. So I hate going to Walmart. I'm a Target guy.
Okay.
Acting like, that's high acidity or something. Target, I go instead.
Yeah. This is what they say.
But back to your topic, though, that would be a boon for small business, though. If Walmart left that neighborhood, they'd be like, sounds good to us. There's a mom and pop grocery store on the corner that's like, come on.
Yeah.
Got it.
That's true.
Be
That's
fantastic.
True.
So it could be a benefit.
Because at the end of the day, it is convenient to go inside, grab what you need, and head out. I mean, nobody really likes the idea, except Amazon. Amazon, you kind of get your stuff even the same day now sometimes. But anyway, I think it would open up a lot of opportunity for other businesses because you can physically go. People love to walk into a store and grab what they need. I hope it doesn't happen, and I hope most of all that these people stop going in there and thieving and just stealing from these stores. I hate that part.
I gotta ask you, what should they do?
The store, Walmart?
When you see people that are coming and smashing and grabbing, what should the store do?
Technically, they shouldn't do anything because insurance will cover it.
Now, I'm not saying what they couldn't do. What should they do?
They should. Well, no, they should not.
You don't even think they should do anything?
No, I don't think they should physically get involved in any kind of way. It's not that serious. It's not that deep. You don't know who's strapped nowadays. It's a whole different kind of day. So I wouldn't get involved. I see it happen all the time, like in Costco. Like you'll see them, people will walk out with a whole shopping cart full of stuff. And people, like some of the workers, they'll come out and they're like, they will stop you, grab the cart. They'll, grab the items that you're trying to take. They will get involved because it's almost the principle of it, right? But then at the end of the day, did you see that smash and grab at Apple recently at the Apple store? So
nobody budged. And they were telling them,
Nobody should. It's not that serious. Number one, as a bystander, it's not first of all, it has nothing to do with me. it's not going to help. Like, obviously it's wrong. I would hate to see this happen in front of me, but I'm not going to put myself in harm's way. If you don't care about the way that they ransacking this place and they don't care about, like, I mean, you could just see in their demeanor that they are just, you know, just, I don't know. I'm not going to get involved in it.
Well,
and I wouldn't suggest anybody to do it.
One of the guys said, don't try to stop us.
Mm-hmm.
He said that.
Yeah.
If my kids are with me, this isn't a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm by myself, I ain't gonna front.
You would try.
I turn into the Black Panther in them situations.
I just don't know that that's the smartest move.
It's not.
It's not going to do anything for you.
Nothing.
By the way.
Get a free iPhone.
No, probably not even that. They're going to say thank you. They'll say thank you, and, you know, maybe that's it. But you don't know what these people have or what they're willing to do to get, because that's like a move of desperation. Mm-hmm. Anybody who's operating out of desperation is going to do anything, right, to kind of save themselves or whatever. So you never know what they would do to you. And secondly, okay, you recover some items that could, you know, possibly have ended up stolen, but for what? Like, what is that going to do for you? And if they go ahead and get this, if they get caught down the road, then great. But even if they don't get caught down the road, the Apple Store, they're covered. They have insurance that's going to cover them.
They're the richest company in the world, bro.
Yeah, you, sir, wouldn't have anything to cover you. So it's just like there's no benefit in that.
I know you're right in everything that you're saying. I'm just saying my instincts
just wouldn't want to stand by.
Because if I see a homeless person come in and steal some food, I'm going to be like, leave it alone and let them get what they want. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, I'll pay the bill if I got the money. Mm-hmm. But just seeing these teenagers run in stealing iPhones,
yeah, of course,
it hits me in a different spot. I can't lie.
I hear you, and I'm not mad at the desire to want to do something. I'm just saying it wouldn't be the smartest thing.
You're right, Mom.
Anyway, moving on, you heard about this story where two women are now suing, speaking of Apple, they are suing Apple because they allege that their exes used their AirTags to track their locations. That is a scary, scary thing. So these two women are saying that they were stalked by their exes and that they feel like their life is in danger because they have these AirTags. Is this listen?
I thought Nene Leakes had one too, didn't she?
An AirTag or a stalker?
Someone tried to tag her with one, yeah.
Well, there are all kinds of stories about these AirTags. It's on one hand, this is the problem. Like, on one hand, we are so smart and brilliant, and people are being innovative, and they're coming up with these grand ideas. I mean, think about that. Like, if I AirTag anything, I'll never lose anything ever again. But you could also, I mean, it's like a blessing and a curse, you know, at the same time.
You want to know where your baby's at?
Definitely. Think about the Johnson & Johnson that we talked about when they were sued because of the talcum powder. It's like, on one hand, it's a blessing because you use that and it's going to stop you chafing and things like that. But on the flip side, the curse of it are the chemicals and the products or the ingredients that are in the product.
Right.
So these AirTags, I'm just not sure if they are sued or they are being sued. But if these women win, will it prevent Apple from continuing to make these?
If you're with somebody, male or female, if you're with somebody that has to know your whereabouts at all time, break up with them today.
Amen and amen.
Period.
Period and period. I couldn't have said it any better. When we come forward, we have the question of the day. This one is actually really good. It's dealing with music, okay, which I love. So we will talk more about that. Right now, there is news and traffic for you. And come back. Meet us on the other side. It's KBLA Talk 1580.
Nighttime is the right time for Danny Morrison on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Mike Island, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy is praising the end of the COVID-19 vaccine mandate for military members. In a statement, the California Republican said the repeal of the mandate is a victory for military members. He added that he's told President Biden to rehire military members who were forced out. A city in rural Arkansas is electing an 18-year-old mayor. Democrat Jalen Smith won his runoff race on Tuesday and will soon lead the city of Earl, which has a population of just over 1,800. The recent high school graduate also becomes the country's youngest elected black mayor. Wordle is Google's top trending search term of the year. Wordle is a popular online game that gives players 6 chances to guess a 5-letter word each day. And that's the latest. I'm Mike Island from your 24/7 news source, the Black Information Network and BINnews.com.
Need an accident attorney by your side? All you got to do is call the accident guys.
Injured in a car accident or at work? Call the accident guys. Because unlike other firms, an attorney will negotiate your case, not a paralegal.
Don't talk. Just listen. Listening is life-changing. Life-changing. As words become increasingly weaponized and politicized in our community and in our country, sometimes it's easier not to listen. But charitable listening is an act of generosity, a sign of respect. Just listen. When we listen actively, we surrender our own assumptions and notions to make space for the ideas of another. In times of turmoil, just listen. Listening is the only way forward. Thank you for listening to KBLA Talk 1580. Talk 1580. Talk 1580. Talk 1580. Listen.
At the Strategy Center, we have a lot to celebrate. Join us Saturday, December 17th, 12 noon to 4 p.m. for our annual holiday block party at Strategy in Seoul, located at 3546 Martin Luther King Boulevard, Los Angeles 90008 on King Boulevard, 1 block east of Crenshaw. Featuring food from Earl's on Crenshaw, Afro-Cuban drumming with Richard Marquez, and ornament making for kids of all ages, and more activities for children. Help us celebrate 33 years of fighting anti-Black policies in LA. We want free public transportation for everyone in LA and 50% of all public and private jobs set aside for Black applicants. Did I mention a live DJ and karaoke? You do not want to miss this. Join us on December 17th from 12 to 4 p.m. at Strategy in Seoul, 3546 West Martin Luther King Boulevard. Visit our website for more information and RSVP to www.thestrategycenter.org.
The Institute for Diversity Certification is all about the 3 Ds: dedication, determination, and discipline. Learn more about our globally recognized diversity certification program today by calling 1-800-983-6192. Again, 1-800-983-6192, or visit diversitycertification.org. As the #1 organization for certified diversity professionals and also certified diversity executive credentials, diversitycertification.org will provide an opportunity for you to demonstrate dedication to the field, determination to make progress, and more discipline to your process. Go today and learn more about the diversity certification system. Call 1-800-983-6192. Again, 1-800-983-6192. Or go to diversitycertification.org. That's diversitycertification.org, the standard of excellence, equity, diversity, and inclusion.
At Cedars-Sinai, we're honored to be named the #1 hospital in California and the #2 hospital in the nation in U.S. News and World Report's Best Hospitals Honor Roll. We're also proud to be named #1 in 6 specialties in Los Angeles. Thank you to our physicians, nurses, academic leaders, and thousands of other team members who bring their best to Cedars-Sinai every day. Learn more about our top-ranked care at cedars-sinai.org.
Congratulations to Trinity Unlimited Childcare for being KBLA Talk 1580's Office of the Week. Into your business today in the KBLA app or KBLA1580.com for the Office of the Week. Congratulations to Trinity Unlimited Childcare.
KBLA Talk 1580 is pleased to announce a can't-miss community event.
It's a celebration.
Welcome home, Mayor-elect Karen Bass.
You gotta be kidding me.
On Saturday, December 10th, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., join KBLA Talk 1580 in Leimert Park at the intersection of Leimert and Vernon for this free public event as we celebrate Mayor-elect Bass's historic victory. There'll be live performances from Brian McKnight, Guapale, Club Nouveau, and more. There'll be food trucks and a diverse array of vendors, along with the attendance and participation from community leaders, elected officials, celebrities, business owners, and other notables. KBLA Talk 1580 will host Mayor-elect Bass on the main stage at 11 a.m. as we reflect on the importance of this moment and what it means for the Black community, women, and all Angelinos who believe in the limitless potential of our amazing city. We look forward to celebrating with Mayor-elect Karen Bass and you, Saturday, December 10th, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the intersection of Lamert and Vernon.
It's a celebration.
This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
We gon' celebrate your party with you. Come on, come on now.
We've got a lot to talk about. You're listening to the Danny Morrison Show exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
What? Are we cool like that? Are we? This song was groundbreaking back in the day. Diggable Planets, cool like that. Don't ask me the year, I can't remember.
Like the breeze float straight out of our lids. Them, they got booed by these hard rock Brooklyn kids. Us floor rush when the DJ booming classics. You dig the crew on the fattest hip hop record. He tucks the kinks and sinks into the sounds. She frequents deep, fatter joints called undergrounds. Our funk zooms like you hit the Mary Jane. They flock to booms, man, boogie had to change. Who freaks the clips with mad amount percussion? Where kinky hair goes to unthought of dimensions. Why's it so fly? Cause hip hop kept some drama. When Butterfly rocked the light blue suede pumas. What by the cut? We push it off the corner. How was the buzz entire hip hop era? Was fresh in fact since they started saying Audi. Cause funk's made fat from right beneath my hood. The pooba of the styles like Miles and shit. Like 60s funky worms with.
You were checking out the Danny Morrison Show, KBLA Talk 1580.
We beat to rap, what key beat to lock.
19. I'm gonna say it's the golden age of hip hop. That is 1993.
Wow. Wow, very nice.
That makes up for my decade being way off yesterday.
Yeah, you redeemed yourself for sure.
That's one of them songs where jazz was starting to come into the hip hop scene. Like Setsasonic had talking all that jazz.
Yeah. Yeah.
And remember that song, Beady Beady Bop? Remember? Cantaloupe? Remember that song?
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Remember
How does that go?
Andy, you got that? Cantaloupe, remember that song? That Beady Beady Bop song?
Oh, man.
Matter of fact, it was part of the same. As soon as you hear it, you're going to know what it is. Because it was a huge song.
Huh.
Actually crossed over into the pop charts. But jazz was starting to really start to infiltrate hip-hop.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like hip-hop was headed in a different direction. And then...
then it was like, skirt.
R&B and hip-hop start, consummating their relationship. No, the song is called Cantaloupe. I can't remember the name of the artist. That's it.
Oh yeah.
That's not Herbie Hancock. This is a remake. You don't have the original of that song? You remember that song?
Yeah, I do.
Beady Beady Bop.
Yeah, I do remember.
Andy doesn't have a song. This is a first.
That's all right.
I can't remember. I'll look it up later.
I can't.
Let's jump back into the Rock Report right now.
All right, y'all. The question of the day. Let me tell you who it comes from and what he's tripping about. DJ Quick.
Yeah.
I love me some DJ Quick.
I'm in that thread, by the way. He's right.
Asking. Let me.
I'm sorry.
I
was upset when I read it too.
Can you, sir? Can you let me do my Rock Report?
I'm sorry.
Okay. He says. DJ Quick says, I know it's early, but I deserve to be where Dre is, meaning Dr. Dre. I don't think it's fair, but I understand why. I never had a machine behind me. That always hurts my friends more than it did me. He went on to say some other things, and he did talk about the different people that he's put on. He's put a lot of people on as well, but it hurts him, he says. He does not think it's fair that Dre is Dr. Dre and where he is in his career, and that he is not of that same status. Does he have a point? Should he be where Dr. Dre is?
No, he should not be where Dr. Dre is.
Okay, well,
but he should definitely be given more shine and credit than he's given.
Okay, so let's do this. Both producers started as producers. both in the well, we'll say that they both maybe started in the 80s, but didn't. DJ Quick didn't come out until the 90s, right? Whereas Dr. Dre started in the 80s, NWA, and then he definitely had a solo career and kind of pushed on more in the 90s. So similar there, West Coast, right?
Yeah.
Worked with a lot of West Coast artists, completely different sounds. What is it about Dr. Dre that pushed him to this mega superstardom, whereas DJ Quick is... He definitely has success in his career, but he's sort of he's more local than he is, national or definitely not international.
This is just an age thing more than anything else.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, because Dr. Dre, he was with the World Class Wrecking Crew, and then he got with NWA, and his roots were much deeper because he's older. So, yeah, he got more opportunities because of it. And being part of one of the biggest rap groups of all time helps, too. So, look, I don't know why he has to compare himself to Dr. Dre. Even though I got in that thread and I said, it is true, we need to start giving DJ Quick his flowers. I mean, I'm paraphrasing, but I think Quick is one of the greatest of all time. As a matter of fact, we had a conversation about Mount Rushmore of hip-hop.
Yeah.
Does DJ Quick belong on that? And I think we said yeah at the end of the day, right?
I don't know if we said yeah.
Top 4? We didn't say he was on there?
Of producers?
No, of hip-hop artists.
I don't know that we said
he was in
that.
the conversation, right?
He was in the conversation. I don't know if he's on. I don't know if we put him in top 4.
We said Snoop, Cube, Dre, and we said who's the 4th, and we said we thought it was DJ Quick. Didn't we say that?
I don't know.
I think you guys mentioned E40 or Too Short. That was the discussion.
It may have been 40. You disagree with that too?
I'm just not sure.
So who would you put in the 4th slot?
So we said Snoop,
Cube, Dre, Snoop.
Cube, Dre.
Who's number 4? You can make the case as DJ Quick is all I'm saying.
As an artist and not as a producer?
You're not gonna put DJ Quick above 40? He's a producer and an artist.
He'd be above 40, yes. I'm
Short?
just not sure. Yeah, he'd be above Short. I'm not sure, especially because what DJ Quick has working for him is that he does both. He's an artist as well as a producer. And
in that case, he's above Q.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the impact is not the word. He just doesn't have the cachet of Q.
So who's 4th?
Who is 4th? That is a great question. Who is 4th?
Well, how do you guys feel about the Mount Westmore group?
Fantastic.
I like the way he says that. Mount Westmore.
Trying to sound sexy is what he's trying to do.
No, but it's actual group. Mount Westmore.
Oh, you're talking about the actual group.
Yeah.
What's that song they got on the radio right
Big
now?
Subwoofer.
Oh my gosh.
That song is fire.
That song there?
That song is fire.
Oh my goodness.
I think it's DJ Quick. But that's just me.
Okay, so we can't go young. We can't do that because it's not. They don't have enough skin in the game. I just don't know who that would go to.
Some would say Kendrick.
Yeah, but I think Kendrick is too young and doesn't have enough time. I just don't know. I don't know. So you're not. You could be right. It could be DJ Quick. It could be DJ Quick.
Is
if
Game
we're talking
in the
about
discussion?
Westmore. Game is, I think, impact wise, he could be in the discussion.
Sure.
He's right in that in between. He's not young. He's not old. But I don't know that he could take that spot.
All I'm doing is making the case for DJ Quick right now.
It's a very, very, very valid answer. He added to his tweets, he says, I know I'll never be as, but this kind of hurts my heart, actually. The fact that he said he's not having a meltdown. He's just expressing himself as neutrally as he can. He's not hating on Dre. He says they're like brothers. That's like a big brother to him. He says, I know I'll never be as popular as I need to be, but I have tens of artists, superstars, and when they shine, I just smile. The janitor doesn't get all the glory, but he keeps the backstage clean as a triage.
Real talk.
Oh man, that hurts my heart because DJ Quick is really honestly one of those people who I fell in love with as far as talent is concerned from Jumpstart.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that he did, everything that he touched, I am still such a DJ Quick fan. It's just the reason why I hesitate. I'm like, I wish he still had the same the same impact that he had back then. I wish it carried through, but he's absolutely right. He did. He has touched tens of artists, right, who are like major. So you got to give him his credit.
Yes, you do. Could I make the case that DJ Quick has produced more R&B hits than Dre?
More R&B hits than Dre. I think that is definitely.
He would say that.
I think that is a definite, yeah.
He would probably say he's more versatile than Dre as far as production is concerned.
I think he is. He definitely is. He can go. The other thing about DJ Quick is he can be solo. Dre is not necessarily a solo artist. Dre has always had to have somebody along with him in order to make him hot. Dre has also had to have somebody write for him to make him hot. So that's a very valid point. Let's see. Can we get DJ Quick in here?
I think we should. Give him his flat. By the way, Dre and Quick, Put It On Me.
Okay.
Listen.
Is that a battle?
Listen.
DJ Quick and Dr. Dre?
Oh my God.
I don't know. Is that a battle?
Oh my God. Let's take it to the king. Maybe. That song Put It On Me that they did. Oh my God. It's a heater.
Robin?
Yes.
That is a great battle.
That's it right there.
One of you, well, how would it go?
One of us takes Dre and one of us takes DJ Quick.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Oh
I think
goodness.
Because I think Dre's catalog would handle business pretty well. I think Dre and Cube, both of us, we stagger them like we did that one time. Both of us take a a Quick track.
There we
one
go.
of us take a
Okay.
Dre.
I like that.
So several West Coast producers. We'd have to have 7.
No.
Or artists.
Just Dre and Quick.
Oh, so but Dre, Quick, Dre.
Your
Quick,
number 7
Dre.
song by Dre.
Yep.
And then number 6, Quick,
Dre, Quick. Yeah, got it. I'm down.
We got to do one soon.
Produced or it has to be their song?
That's a good question.
We got to figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
I'm going to say produced.
By the way, we got to do a versus before Christmas, and it's got to be a Christmas theme song. Right?
Man.
Something. Got to.
Yeah, all I know is that Andy is losing his spot as the judge because I can't, after the last one, I cannot rely. I thought I can't rely.
Robin, you better play nice now. I'm just saying, you better play nice. You better play nice.
When we come forward, we're going to get into your motivational moment of the night. I'm actually liking it. It's interesting. It's a little different take today. It's coming from Sandra Bullock, actually. Sandra Bullock. And I know some people have some things to say. She has a black adopted son.
Multiple,
I believe.
right?
Or multiple children. Yeah. But anyway, that's coming from her today on the other side. Stay right there. You're listening to KBLA Talk 1580.
From Bakersfield to Los Angeles.
Middays to nighttime.
Like George and Wheezy, Danny Morrison is moving on up at KBLA Talk 1580.
Study reveals barriers to mental health for Black and Latina women in California. Maisha Cairo here with your K-Black Minute News. A poll conducted by Eviteris, sponsored by Black Women Organized for Political Action and Hispanas Organized for Political Equity, found that 77% of some 800 women participants experience some form of discrimination due to personal characteristic. More than 3 in 5 respondents have had mental health concerns for which they did not seek care. These same women reported often having had negative experiences with providers. 70% of Black women and 54% of Latinas reported racial or ethnic discrimination. Another 59% of Black women and 55% of Latinas report assumptions were made about their income and education levels. 40% of Latinas reported discrimination based on assumptions about their ability to communicate in English, while 28% reported assumptions about their documentation or immigration status. I'm Maisha Cairo, and that's your K-Black Minute News.
You're the victim of a car accident. Who goes to bat for you is crucial. We're MVP Accident Attorneys, the personal injury pros. Hiring the right law firm can be the difference between a rewarding settlement and striking out. When it comes to getting the maximum compensation you deserve, our team hits it out of the park. Call the pros at MVP Accident Attorneys at 833-MVP-WINS for a free case review. Call 833-MVP-WINS.
Call on me, your MVP.
KBLA Talk 1580 invites you to join us in celebrating the season of giving by being part of the solution. As we enjoy great food, family, warmth, and well wishes in whatever our festive tradition may be, we share the beauty of the season by reaching out to the less fortunate. Please help us to help others with the KBLA Cover the Houseless Cozy Community Coat and Blanket Drive. All you have to do is drop off new or clean, gently used winter coats and blankets in the KBLA lobby during business hours. Now through December 20th, all of the coats and blankets will be donated to unsheltered individuals and families experiencing houselessness. Simply bring your donation to 4434 Crenshaw Boulevard in Los Angeles, near Vernon Avenue, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. weekdays. That's 4434 Crenshaw in historic Leimert Park. During the holidays and every day, let's remember, we keep us safe. We keep us warm. We are the safety net. And together, we can cover the unsheltered. Get caught up in the spirit of the season, the spirit of love. Make a difference with your friends at KBLA Talk 1580.
Did you know addiction to drugs like meth or cocaine is a disease and not a choice? But getting help is. If you have stimulant use disorder, you, your family, and friends may have a lot of questions, including where to start. Choose Change California can help. Make a change today and find a proven treatment option for you at choosechangeca.org.
Real talk, real time, the gospel truth. You're listening to the Danny Morrison Show on KBLA Talk 1580.
Yeah, man, and it is time for the motivational moment of the night. I love this part of the broadcast.
Coming from a very interesting woman. I love her, by the way. I'm a Sandra Bullock fan of, I like her as an actress. But she said something that resonated with me. I just love this. I'll let her tell it. It really resonates with me. I hope it does with you as well.
I learned that you are never good at your craft. You will never be great or good at your craft. You will always go into the next job going, I have no idea what I'm doing. And that's actually, I think, a really healthy place to be, because then you're humble, you're open. I know when I get into it and I go, this doesn't feel right, can we do it again? This timing is off. What if we did this and we had an obstacle here, and what if we removed, I would text Suzanne at 4:30 in the morning going, this line feels wrong, we need to change it, something about it. But I don't ever feel like I have a full grasp of anything. So I think, but I also like it that way, because then I'm reacting more organically, and so it doesn't feel like, oh, I memorized every piece and I know everything that's going to happen. It feels a little bit more like life, but you're never comfortable. I just learned that I'm never comfortable. I learned.
Okay. The reason I love that so much, along my journey, I kind of stop every once in a while. I stop and I kind of smell the flowers of everything that I have ever done. And a lot of it that I've done has been without training, right? And so it's been, by God's grace. It's been by networking. It's been by, referrals. It's been, my good name, my energy, my light, whatever you want to call it. But I've always kind of gone on to do something else that I wasn't sure I was ready for. I wasn't sure I could do it. I've always kind of been like a little nervous about things, or or have that it's not a fear, but it's sort of like I just don't know. I'm going into a whole new territory of something that I don't know. I've never done it, so I don't know how well I can do it, right? But then but then you just say yes. You say yes to the opportunity. You just move in it. You move forward, and then that new territory becomes new again, right? So I love that whole saying that, when you step outside the box, like of your comfort zone, you step outside the box into an uncomfortable position, but then at some point that becomes comfortable. So you got to keep stepping out to be uncomfortable again, and then that becomes comfortable. So we have to keep doing that to level up. So the reason why I appreciated it when she said it, because Sandra Bullock is an A-lister. She's an A-list actress. She's been in, I don't even know, I didn't go down her IMDb, but she's been in so many different films and shows and whatever else. So you look at her as like, wow, you've perfected this thing. And here she is saying, no, you're never good at it. You always go into it not necessarily having a grasp on it. So that's something that means a lot to me. Even coming into KBLA Talk 1580, I'm like, I've never done radio. Sure, I've done a few things that were similar or in the close proximity of entertainment, but never radio. So even that has its own, fear. But here I am, 9 months in, and it's like, okay, getting the hang of it. And so, yeah, that's why that means a lot to me. For you, when is the last time you felt like you've stepped out of your comfort zone and, kind of had that healthy, that it's not a fear, but the healthy kind of concern of like, I don't quite know what I'm doing.
I ain't gonna front and try to act as though I get nervous and fearful, because I don't. But I will say,
you do not get nervous? Not even nervous?
Nah, because I think once you get to a point in your life where you stop caring what people say or think, all of that goes away. I've just always been that way for a long time. It's I don't care. I'm out of here to do God's work. You know what I'm saying? And if you focus on that, everything works itself out. However, I will say this. I was concerned, a little apprehensive when I was brought here to Los Angeles. So, will my sound, will my brand translate for a Los Angeles audience? I was concerned about that. Because, I was doing big things up in Central Cali. It was like, will LA take to me? Will the way I talk, as loud as I can be, as goofy as I can be? And thank God it works. And also thank God he brought you to me, which only enhanced the entire experience. So I will say, when I first came here, I wouldn't say I was fearful.
Fearful is the wrong word, but you don't get. I'm still hung up. Apprehensive is a really good word. I'm stuck on the fact that you said you don't get nervous. I don't know if I'm gonna say nervous. I'll say nervous because, and it never fails. What I do is what I do. I mean, there's preparation for what you do, and there's a certain God-given gift that you have, right? A skill, a talent, skill that you've built up over time. But it never fails because you're always like, Saturday is a great example. We are going to be live on stage in Leimert Park.
Yeah, man.
Welcoming home Mayor-elect Karen Bass, and we're going to be in front of our people, our family, LA, Leimert Park. But it's still at the end of the day, you're putting on, you're emceeing an entire event. So nervous may not be the word. Is apprehensive something that you would describe for that type of feeling?
I don't know what that feeling is. I don't. I mean, I'm not trying to sound cocky. It's real tough. I don't. For example, some of you may know that I was on a game show about 2 years ago called Game of Talents. It's running on YouTube right now.
I don't think I knew that. I knew you were on Wheel of Fortune.
I was on Wheel of Fortune back in 2001, but I was on Game of Talents on the Fox network. It's running on Hulu, not YouTube. It might be on YouTube too. A couple years ago. And my family was like, we can't believe that you could just go on national TV like that. And I go, who cares? But, you cannot. I'll give you some advice that my program director gave me years ago. Maybe it'll help you in this. I used to, when I first came in, I was just Mr. Aggressive. Yo! I used to call myself Dynamo, because that was my name as a kid, as a hip-hop artist, So I was like, Dynamo's on the mic, and boom, boom, going crazy and everything. So we had an air check the next morning, and he was like, sit down. So I sit across from him at the desk. He says, every single time you walk in to that studio and get on that microphone, I want you to talk to Gina.
Yeah.
And I said, who is Gina? He says, it doesn't matter. Stop thinking about all the people that's listening to Danny Morrison on the radio. Stop thinking about all the girls and everything that's going to be liking Danny because he on the radio. I want you to sit in that studio.
Yep.
And have an intimate conversation with that one person named Gina.
Yep.
Changed my entire career.
Yep. It did the same thing for me as a TV host. When you look at a TV, a camera, you have to talk to one person who is sitting there. You have to imagine that one person, a friend sitting there. What are they doing? You talk to that one person and not all of these people. So definitely agree with that. Wow. Hats off to you for not feeling nervous at all for anything.
Are you nervous about Saturday?
Definitely not. Definitely not. I was just trying to bring up an example of when you have to be on and when the pressure is on you. What do you feel?
Because you gonna shine, girl.
That was your Raw Report for the night. I hope y'all do come out Saturday, though. It's going to be a lot of fun. When we come forward, We've got, what are we doing? Are we doing our Upon Further Review?
We're doing Upon Further Review clips. We've got an open mic that we've got to
We are going to have an open mic, and we're going to pick back up our conversation on Deion Sanders.
And you said you have an additional video that you want to share.
I do.
And so does Andy, actually, right? It'll be a great discussion. 1-800-920-1580. 1-800-920-1580. That was your Raw Report. This is your news and traffic on KBLA Talk 1580. Stay there.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Mike Island, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy is praising the end of the COVID-19 vaccine mandate for military members. In a statement, the California Republican said the repeal of the mandate is a victory for military members. He added that he's told President Biden to rehire military members who were forced out. A city in rural Arkansas is electing an 18-year-old mayor. Democrat Jalen Smith won his runoff race on Tuesday and will soon lead the city of Earl, which has a population of